Hey, welcome back, Outdoor Navigators. Well, here I am today in Morehead, Kentucky, and I'm getting ready to hike Section 2 of the Sheltowee Trace. Morehead, Kentucky, it's a trail town, which basically means they're really friendly to people like me. I mean, check this out. This is how friendly they are. I've got my own parking spot reserved for me. There's actually 2 of them. So that's really cool. I'm waiting on my ride. He's going to take us up to Holly Fork and drop us off. And then I'm going to walk back to here. And we're going to call it a day. Should be about 14 miles. I'm really excited. I'm excited to have you all with me. So let's head up to the trailhead and we'll get this hike going. See you in a little bit. All right, guys, so welcome back to the Outdoor Navigator. We're here at Holly Fork. We're getting ready to start Section 2 of our through hike. Getting ready to cross this cool little swinging bridge. It should be a good time. All Trail says we got 14 miles. Should be, I'm banking on about 6 hours. I don't know. We're going to take our time and look at stuff. So should be a good trip. So come along with me. All right, guys, so we're getting close to about 1.5 miles in, and so far the hike's been really good. We've been following this draw, okay? The elevation's been pretty good. I mean, nothing to wear you out too bad, but now things are getting ready to change. We're getting ready to go up this hill right here. So we dressed in layers today like a smart outdoor navigator always does. We stripped down a little bit because we're getting ready to get hot. And we may have to come out of one more layer after we get up here. So the Bengal shirt, hopefully the Bengals and not the Bungles. The Bengal shirt is probably going to be all I'm going to have on here in a minute. So let's navigate up this hill, and then hopefully it's flat ground for a while. Well, guys, we're about to the top of this hill. We've got up here on top, and we've kind of got like a little dirt road here to follow, so pretty smooth hiking. It was a pretty good climb, but you know, we're getting a pretty good breather here. I think right over top of that little ledge there, that little ridge, is I-64. So, you know, if you look at a map, and I'll put a link in the description, okay, showing you my All Trails hike today. But, yeah, I think that's I-64. So, we're making good time. It's been a really nice hike so far. I think we're probably just over 2 miles. What kind of mileage are we looking at back there?
1.69.
So we're about 1.75 miles. So, you know, we're making good time, and it's not that we're on a time schedule, because we're really not. You know, we're just out here enjoying the outdoors. It is January, coming up on the end of January, and it's supposed to be 50 degrees today. Can you believe it? I can't. You can't buy a day like this to navigate in. And we got real lucky. We're blessed today. So we're gonna keep on heading down this road, and I'll see you all again here in a little while. All right, guys, so we're getting ready to hit one of the landmarks that I would call. So we're getting ready to go across I-64. There you can see the interstate. We haven't been on this paved road very long. Very short little distance, so, you know, for the most part, most of our hiking today has been in the woods, you know, on the trail or on that dirt road I showed you earlier. So, you know, here it is, man. Got some people going by. Pretty cool. Just beautiful countryside up here. I see some people parked up here. They might be hiking too. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Yeah. I mean, guys, this has been an awesome day. I mean, you can see the sunlight, man. It's hit me in the face. What a great day to be alive. What a great day to be outside. Navigate outdoors. We're headed this way. Guys, just to give you a little reference, coming off this hardball road, we're turning on this Forest Service road here. We're hanging a right after we went across the interstate. And if I remember right from my pre-planning, we're going to be on this for probably, I think, about 5 miles. So, you know, it's going to be pretty easy walking. We're going to make some good time. It's still beautiful. I mean, just still beautiful. You want to be in the woods walking, or that's where I would prefer to be, but this is pretty nice. And heck, right now I got a couple people running up here, trail running, so we're gonna keep walking. We'll see you guys. All right, guys, thought I would film here just a little bit. As you can see, man, a lot of great views on this trail here. We're still walking on this gravel road, and we're going to be on it for a while. It's been a good hike. We got a little bit farther. We're going to be at our halfway point, about 7 miles, and we're going to take a lunch. So just check out this view, man. Awesome. Blue skies, sun up high. Man, feels good. All right, guys, so we just got done eating lunch. We stopped at 7¼ miles, so we're about halfway. We've been walking on this road bed here for a long time. Now, right up here in front of me, it looks like we're going to head off the road bed onto a trail. So we'll see how long that lasts. We just came over to a little spot off the road and had our camp chairs and had us a good picnic. Just something to eat. We're refueled and we're ready to hit the trail and knock out this other half. So, I don't know if y'all can see, but the sun is still up high. It's an awesome day. And we've stretched out, got a full belly. Let's go burn some calories. Well, guys, as you can see, we're back on the trail for a little bit. Our surroundings have changed. Got a trail's a little bit more rocky right here. And you can see we got some outcroppings, some rock formations and stuff here and there. Pretty cool to look at. And that's what's been cool about this trail. You know, it's different now than it was in the beginning, and I'm sure here after a while it'll be something new to see. You know, there's always something different when you're out hiking. That's what makes it so awesome, because you know, you're never looking at the same thing for too long. There's always something new to see, some new experience, some picture that you would never get to look at if you were sitting at home. So we're going to continue walking, continuing our new encounters, and I'll try to share with you anything cool that I encounter on the way. So I'm gonna get back to walking and heavy breathing. I think we're sitting somewhere around 9½ miles, so we still got a pretty good little hike to go. All right, guys, that was a little peek. I'll give you another one here in a little bit. All right, so I was sitting there talking a minute ago about, you know, how the trail is just full of new views, and, you know, it's something different around every corner. We just come around this corner. We got this great view right here. We're headed up the trail that way. Oh man, time to get on top. All right guys, so this last couple miles, so this was supposed to be 14 miles. Miles 10 through 12 suck. I mean, you're just going from one little knob up it, down, and then back up the next steep knob. And I mean, it blows. I gotta tell you, man, I'm tired, and these little killer knobs is what we'll call them. They're killing me. I mean, I'm done. I'm ready to put this one in the books. So with this section here, it starts out pretty good. You know, you're on that nice smooth road, and you're putting in miles. I mean, we put in miles today. And then, you know, you're like, I hope when I get to the end, it's easy sailing. Well, as of right now, I haven't got to any easy sailing. It's been a lot of rowing. It's been tougher. There ain't no wind pushing this sail. I can tell you that for sure. So, well, this trail's got a lot of leaves on it. I'm gonna make sure I don't slip and bust my hind end. When we get down here to the lake, I'll talk to you some more. I think we're almost there, I hope so. All right, so I stopped the camera. I thought I was going downhill, but this is what I'm talking about. See this knob? This is what you got, just over and over here on this last, I mean, what is this? Somewhere around 10 to 12, 13 miles. This is what you just keep running into. These steep knobs that just by right now you're wore out and you don't want to mess with them. So I don't know when we're going to go downhill and stay downhill. I can't wait. This is going to be something that I reflect on later and laugh about, but I can tell you right now, I'm not laughing. I know my feet aren't laughing, my calves aren't laughing, my quads aren't laughing, my aren't laughing. They're screaming stop. I'm gonna try to tune out the voices and keep going. We'll see you in a second. Well guys, I finally made it down the hill. I've been looking for this for a long time. Sometimes you gotta battle yourself. You gotta push through, because I tell you, man, I was struggling up there a minute ago. I still am a little bit, but you know, sometimes when you're out on those long hikes, you're gonna have those moments where, you know, you got this inner battle where your body wants to quit, but you can't. You got to keep pushing. And, you know, so many things in life are like that. You know, whenever you get down, you got to stay positive. You got to dig in and you got to push. I made it. I had a good friend with me too. He was very encouraging. You know, sometimes you got to lean on your friends. I leaned on my trekking pole a whole lot today too, but you know, it's all about getting to that big payoff, and I think this is what we're going to call the big payoff today, so let's check it out. All right, so we got Eagle Lake. So this is up here, Eagle. This is up on the Morehead State campus, and the Morehead State University, their mascot is the eagle. So Eagle Lake. I'm going to think that's where that come from, but wow, you know, really pretty. The students up here, you know, I'm sure, you know, you all get to come up here and enjoy this all the time. You know, it's really pretty. And like I said, it's this here, man, this is the oasis that I was looking for, because there's where I come from, all up in them hills. We walked up on top of it for most of the day, but you know, you run into those knobs I was talking about, just those uphills, and I mean, it was a real pain in the butt. So, well, we're going to make our way. We're going to make our way around the lake. We're going to make our way back to the car. And we're going to make our way somewhere to get something to eat, man, because I am starving, man. So, I'll wrap this episode up in a little bit. I'll give you my rundown and full review of the trail. And stand by. Well, we made it to Morehead State University, to their campus. Kind of a campus in the hills. Let's see, they got them a rope course up here. Well, guys, 5 hours and I can't even remember what it was, like 5 hours and 40 minutes later, we're back to where we started. It was a good time, but it was a tough time. I'm gonna get me something to eat, and I'm gonna sit down after I get done eating, and I'll give you a full review of the trail itself. But I had a good time. It was great navigating outdoors. You can see the day is still beautiful. So I'm gonna navigate to a hamburger right now, and I'll be back to you in a little bit. Well, all right, outdoor navigators, it's time for the trail review. As you can see, some things have changed. The mustache experiment, the 2022 Great Mustache Experiment is over. All right, during that walk yesterday, man, it kicked my butt, man. I got tired. My feet were hurting a whole lot, and I thought, you know, I'm going to have to lighten myself up a little bit, so went ahead and started with the mustache. I think I'm going to have to also start with less hamburgers. So, we'll see, because I'm going to have to do something. I was hurting when I got done yesterday. But anyway, let's do a quick talk about the trail. Alright, so the trail name, it was the Sheltowee Trace. It was the second section hike for me. Okay, I started on Holly Fork Road, and I hiked down to the Morehead Convention Center. Okay, that's where I stopped. And it was a good hike. The location, it was Rowan County, Kentucky. Okay, Morehead, Kentucky is the city that's right there. Alright, so trailheads used. Alright, those locations will be down in the description. Okay, my start point was at Holly Fork Road. There will be a Google link to that location. My end point was the Morehead Convention Center, and there will be a Google Maps location link down in the description also. Alright, alternate trailheads. There's not really any alternates, okay? This was the Sheltowee Trace. I was picking up where I left off last time and walking down to my end point, where I will start on that trip here in a couple weeks. The next section. Alright, so the length of the hike, it was 14.65 miles. That was according to All Trails. There will be a link of my activity down in the description if you want to check that out. Not a lot of elevation change in the beginning. Okay, started out walking pretty good, wasn't all that much of an incline. Then we went up a real good incline up to right where the interstate was. We crossed the interstate. We stayed on a gravel road forever. I think out to about mile 7, the halfway point. We took a break, ate us a lunch, and then after that, the trail
started getting a little steeper at points. And somewhere around, I think around 9, 10, 11, and 12, and maybe even 13, there was a lot of up and down. And it's the knob region of Kentucky. There's all these little peaks, these little knobs, and I kept walking up a steep knob. It'd wear me out, then I'd go back down, walk up another steep knob, and it just seemed to keep going and going and going. And I mean, it was tough, especially being toward the end. I mean, 14 miles, almost 15, that's a pretty good distance. So, all right, moving time on the trail was 4 hours and 57 minutes. We maintained about a 20-minute pace, which was good. I mean, we did take our breaks. I paused during when we ate lunch. We ate lunch about 30 minutes, but it gave us time to stop, take pictures, and take a rest every so often. Total time on the trail was 5 hours and 10 minutes. All right, the route type, it was just a trailhead to trailhead, okay? Level of difficulty, I'm going to call it an intermediate because 15 miles is not a beginner hike, especially if you're carrying any weight. And the elevation changes there at the end where there was a lot of steepness. I mean, it was a butt kicker. It was a butt kicker. All right, type of terrain, I would call it hilly. Suggested gear, make sure you pack plenty of water. I did not see really any places along the trail where you could collect water and treat it. Okay, so you need to pack your own water in. Basic day hike essentials, you know, you might want to carry compass, a map, you know, some wet weather gear, snivel gear, additional snivel gear, dressing layers during the winter time, carry you some snacks, and that should probably do it. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. Oh, and make sure you have your camera because you're going to see some spots that you're going to want to take some pictures of. All right, phone signal. I've got AT&T. Phone signal was good throughout the whole hike. Additional considerations. All right, arrange a shuttle, okay? I got somebody to shuttle me from the conference center up to Holly Fork. So if you do this same section, you're going to want to get a shuttle because there's no parking up there at Holly Fork. Okay, there's nowhere to park. You want to get somebody to take you up there and drop you off. The terrain was tough at the end, kind of like I kept saying, so just keep that in mind. 15 miles is a long hike. Bring water. Like I said, I didn't see any places to get water along the way. Local amenities, all right. When you get done hiking, Morehead, Kentucky is a trail town, so, you know, they're very receptive to the hikers coming in there. There's a lot of little restaurants right there around the conference center. There's also Buffalo Wild Wings and, you know, and other just places like McDonald's and Arby's, you know, that aren't very far a drive. My All Trails link, all right, will be down in the description. So if you want to go there and check that activity. But, guys, it was a really good trip. You know, I've thrown up some pictures here for y'all to look at while I was talking. Man, beautiful views. It was a beautiful day. It was a tough hike. I had to reach down deep to finish it, but I did, and I feel really good about it. And you know what? If I had to do it over again, yep, I'd do it over again. But maybe without the mustache, because I think the mustache weighted me down a little bit. So outdoor navigators out there, I appreciate you stopping by. Encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you can get updated when I put out new content. And we're going to have some good content coming up. So navigate outdoors, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.